Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Jason, Art of Christian Homestead. Angela's in the background. She's cooking.
Hello.
She's cooking, so you might hear some noise, and you might hear her just chiming in. I'm going to be talking to her at the same time. This is our Baker Creek seed haul, okay? Seed haul. I say things really quick, so seed haul is what it sounds like sometimes. But anyways, so we figured we'd just go through. We're not going to go through every single seed packet we got.
We will be here all night.
Yeah, there's quite a few here. So we're going to just kind of take a scan over some of our favorite things to grow, talk about some of the new things that we're growing that sound interesting, and maybe clue in on some things that we might be doing later into the year, okay? First of all, probably our number one thing we had to buy were these bad boys right here, pink eye purple holes, okay? We got almost 6 packs of them, something like that. Now, one thing we'll tell you, we might tend to overbuy a little bit on the packs. The reason being is if, like, maybe we've had trouble with bugs eating the seeds, which happens with our pink eye purple holes every year, it seems like. And also, you just kind of plan for failure sometimes. Sometimes things don't work out. And so if you're buying seeds and you're something that you really, really want, plan for failure. Plan for bugs eating on your seeds. Plan for something happening that maybe you're going to want more seeds. So if we're going to tend to overbuy, you might notice that on a few things, nothing crazy, but on a few things like the pink eye purple holes and these right here, the Lillian's caseload peas. We've bought excessive amounts possibly, just to make sure we have what we want, and also in case we can plant more too. So the Lillian's caseload peas, we've never grown before. Garden peas, English peas, like these are called shell peas. We really want to grow them. Obviously, if you've seen our previous video, the frost destroyed, obviously the freeze destroyed what we had growing. Here in Southwest Ohio, it's kind of easier to grow them in the fall if you can get them planted early enough, because it can go from like winter to summer here, and the peas don't typically like the heat. So we got these possibly for fall, possibly for spring, possibly for both. But that's why we got a few packs of those as well.
They were new to Baker Creek.
These were new to Baker Creek, Lillian's caseload pea. The story behind them was that they were originally a commercial growing pea, and then like they basically went extinct to an extent, and but they found the peas by somebody whose dad was a commercial grower, or grandfather was a commercial grower, and they held on to the peas. And so there's where they came from, supposed to produce heavily. So that's why those seemed interesting to us, and that's why we got those. We're going to kind of give you a quick scan through of, first of all, some unique things we're growing. We've never grown these before. We love beets, albino beets. They just look cool. They sound delicious. We're going to try those. Some melon, golden honeymoon, okay? They look fantastically wonderful. I love honeydews. We love melons. We're going to try something possibly unique with these, okay? So stay tuned if you want to see how unique we're going to be growing those. Watermelon, it's a strawberry watermelon. Was there something about these, Ann? Just taste,
they're supposed
flavor?
to be super, super sweet. Yeah. And they're supposed to be a little easier to grow. The seeds, they do have seeds, but they never get the big black seeds. They stay the little white tender seeds.
Strawberry watermelon, okay? I'm going to warn you, if you're watching this and you haven't bought seeds, you may want to buy seeds. It's going to go fast. Angela loves to grow popcorn, and that's
yes, I do.
Mini blue popcorn, okay? So that looks great. We always grow strawberry popcorn, so now we're going to have a blue and a red, okay? We'll go into our greens. We always like to buy unique greens. They're fun to grow. Obviously, if you've seen any of our previous videos, that we like to grow greens in the fall and winter especially, but we try to get them in the spring as well. And so some unique things we like to do. We've never grown collards. We're going to grow this collard, Morris heading collard. Typically the things we buy also are going to be, we're going to try to look for things that have a heat tolerance, because it can go from cool to hot so quickly. We're going to try and get things with a high heat tolerance, but also a good cold tolerance, since we grow them in the fall into the winter. So that typically everything you see, we've bought it because it has a decent heat tolerance. Maybe not everything, but typically they will. So there's collards, some new greens that Baker Creek has. Baker Creek, while they are wonderful, they tend to give you a lot of Asian varieties of things, okay? So if you're looking for Asian varieties or interested in that, Baker Creek is going to do a whole lot of Asian varieties. Okay, this is a Shijimisai. Okay, Shijimisai. I may be really close, I may be not. Who knows? But that's what this is. And they look really cool. And we, again, unique greens. We like to grow them.
And we love to grow Mizuna.
Yeah.
And
Mizuna's really good.
We attributed a lot of these to Mizuna. We discovered this year that we just adored Mizuna.
It's wonderful. Mizuna is a wonderful thing to add in as a flavor adder into a salad. They say it's good for stir fry. We haven't used it that way, but it's good like to throw some leaves in for a different taste inside of your salad. Here's some mustard, ultraviolet mustard. We likened it to like a Mizuna Swiss chard type mustard green, and so we thought it looked cool. It's like purple. And we love to grow different kales. Here's a kale. What was up with that one, Angie? Do you remember? Was it super sweet, like a mild, like a better tasting?
Milder tasting kale.
Right.
And it also can tolerate heat a little more, and can even grow into even colder weather.
Okay, yeah,
It can tolerate heat
and
cold really
There's
well.
so many seeds here, we forget what the deal was with some of them. Okay. And then this one was Japanese Swiss chard. Let's see. Umaina. Japanese chard.
I'm really excited about that one.
Yeah,
I love Swiss chard.
That looks great. Hey, you know what? Let's show the tomatoes we're going to grow. When this obviously is every tomato. Some tomato seeds we didn't have to buy. Some we'll have to buy somewhere else because they didn't have it.
And we'll show you that later.
And we'll tell you those. But these are the tomatoes we got to buy from Baker Creek. I think this is all of them. I didn't find any more. To me, it's possible I didn't. But we're gonna go right here. We have Abe Lincoln. We love Abe Lincoln. He was a wonderful man and has a great tomato. We love these large tomatoes. They do crack really easily, but at the same time they're huge tomatoes and they're really tasty. So we love to grow those. Carbon tomato. We found out this past year carbon is just going to be a staple inside of our garden. It's delicious. Has a great disease tolerance or resistance, and great flavor.
Extremely sweet.
Wonderful. Mortgage lifter. We have grown mortgage lifter in the past. It's an old quintessential American heirloom. Well, I guess it's American, but it's something that Americans grow a lot in a typical garden. Beautiful tomatoes. We've grown before. We grew them at our apartment. Okay, before we moved here in a small space, we grew them there. And actually, the year we had that one and this next one, black crim as well. We love black crim, but we had both of those in the same year there, and we actually had some storm damage at the apartment. Our landlord had to wind up getting the roof replaced and the siding redone, and so they just covered our tomato plants with debris and junk, and so we lost a lot of our tomatoes that year, and so we never went back to them, and I don't know why, because we love both those varieties, but we just never went back to them. And so we're going back to those this year. Black crim has a wonderful flavor if you've never grown it.
Black crim, if you've never tasted it, it almost tastes like it already has salt on it.
It is a Russian heirloom. So it's typically Russian heirlooms have a good cool damp tolerance too. So they'll produce well. And you can have cool damp times here in Ohio. It can be hot, it can be cool and damp. You just never know. Tappy's Heritage is one we've been interested in for a little bit. Was there a specific reason you were interested in?
It's a great canner.
Yeah.
Produces massively from everything I've read.
Yeah.
Has a great flavor.
The back says good disease resistance, great yields, perfect globular shape, wonderful flavor, superb for home or market growers. That's what this says on the back. So that's probably why we did it.
Yeah. we always look for at least one that is going to be a good producer. This
one is a orange peach tomato. All right, it's just a small, not a cherry, not a grape tomato.
Kind of salad.
Just a saladette tomato, right? Type deal, and it's orange. We like to have different colors. Looks like it looks like a peach.
And it also is supposed to have a little bit of fuzz like a peach.
Was it?
And extremely sweet.
Well, it does say with a lightly fuzzy skin to match.
Which completely intrigues me.
If you like fuzzy skin, you're gonna like that. You're gonna like that matter.
You need to show the squash as well.
Which squash?
The one that we told everybody about.
I don't know which squash that is. Oh, the Romanesco? Okay. The Romanesco Zucchinis. Okay. So this one right here is one we love to grow. Costado Romanesco. It's just a brilliant flavored zucchini squash style thing. It's just great. It's one. Honestly, we found out this past year it's one of our favorite things to grow and eat.
And if you like to fry squash blossoms, those are the perfect squash blossoms to stuff and fry because they have humongous blossoms.
Right. So now these next few things here are things that we've grown before, and we're always going to keep growing. It's just what they are. As our pepper, our green pepper of choice is King of the North. It's just a great flavor, great pepper, good producer for our area. It goes until frost or beyond, honestly.
And produces crazy.
We get a ton of peppers. It's not thick, super thick walled. It's not thin walled. It's just a good average green bell tomato, or green bell pepper, not tomato, green bell tomato. But it's just a great pepper, honestly. Then early prolific straight neck. This has not got a picture on it, but this is what it is. Early prolific straight neck squash, yellow squash. It's been fantastic. They grow massive amounts of squash. Honestly, if you start the seeds and plant them late season, they produce better. And I don't know why that is, but we've done that twice, and they have produced beyond your imagination on just a couple plants. So that's probably how we're going to continue to grow this one. There's no reason not to at this point. Ragged Jack Kale. We always have Ragged Jack Kale. If you've seen our videos, we've talked about Ragged Jack Kale a few times. It's delicious. It's probably the best flavored kale there is. Chicago Pickling Cucumber is our cucumber of choice. It's just a great flavor, good old-fashioned flavor. It grows well on a trellis. It produces well and everything. It's a great thing for small space growers.
And it's so crisp.
And it's very crisp. Good pickler, good fresh eater. You're not going to go wrong with it. It's great. And probably the best red pepper we've had.
Oh, heck yeah.
We went red peppers. We've grown bull's horn peppers. We've grown Melrose peppers. We've grown carbachis, sweet carbachis, Jimmy Nardellos. We've grown all kinds of red peppers. Lipstick. This, I think, is the best tasting red pepper we've had. It is the Ashvarsky pepper, okay, from Baker Creek. It's delicious. It has wonderful flavor. Good stuffer. We stuffed it with something last year. It was great. And did we roast them on the grill? Yeah, we did. I thought we did.
We did that with Cubanelles.
But it's great. Some other things we're growing.
We're also
this one.
We're also going to do pepperoncini for the first time.
We have some. Here they are. 2 other peppers we're growing for the first time. These 2 pepperoncinis and this T-X-O-R-I-X-E-R-O. I ain't trying.
It's an Italian.
I don't know. Was it?
I think it's an Italian.
I thought it was African. I don't know.
It might be.
Traditional variety of the Basque people. I don't know. Whoever the Basque people are, they were basking in the glory of this pepper. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Anyways. So there's that. We're going to try those this year. There's flower seeds here, all kinds of things. This is not everything we're growing either, by the way. But what?
Here's one.
Inspired by
Darren.
Our Australian friend, Darren. Our Australian friend, Darren, is growing this one right now because they're in a different hemisphere. So Darren at down under Farm and Forge, okay, he's growing this, and so it has inspired Angela to want to grow this zucchini, golden zucchini. Okay, so there's that. Plenty of seeds here. It's not everything we're growing, but we try to buy all our seeds at once, especially since everything's hit and everybody wants to buy seeds and hoard them. So we try to buy all our seeds we're going to need for the whole season, which we succession plant and plant in the fall and plant early, plant late, plant mid-season, everything. And there's flower seeds and stuff. And some of these seeds will go to my mother-in-law as well. But so there's that.
We will have more.
We've got more seeds coming, more seed balls coming from other places. We appreciate you guys watching. If you have questions about anything, hey, please leave them in the comments below. We love you guys. God bless you. Goodbye.